Tonight, thousands of people in Oregon potentially exposed to HIV, hepatitis, and other diseases, and healthcare leaders blame one doctor. Good evening. Welcome to West Coast Wrap. I'm Alex Savage. Tonight, Legacy Health and Providence Healthcare Systems are reaching out to their patients. Providence leaders say about 2,200 patients at Portland area hospitals may have been exposed. Legacy Health leaders are notifying 221 of their patients. The doctor suspected in all of these cases is accused of failing to follow infection control procedures. Providence is encouraging patients to be tested for various infectious diseases, including HIV and hepatitis B and C. The doctor involved was employed by Oregon Anesthesiology Group. Providence has severed ties with that company. OAG issued a statement that says, in part, quote, "When we learned that the physician had violated infection control practices, we suspended him, informed our partners Legacy Health and Providence, and then began an investigation that resulted in the physician's termination. Even though the risk of infection was low, new protocols and procedures have been put in place to prevent similar incidents in the future." And if a patient does test positive, Providence says it will reach out to discuss those test results and the next steps.
All right, first and foremost, I want to give all praises and honor, glory, and fear to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakakwadash. I also want to give double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone that taught us this truth, and peace and salutations to the Lord's hopeful elect. Back at it through the spirit and power of Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai. Signs of the times, man. I came across this news report last night. It's from 6 days ago, I think. But man, it just shows you the many ways that the Lord can bring judgment. I looked up the news article. I mean, the numbers are fluctuating, but roughly 2,400, it said on the website, possibly, right, got blood tainted with HIV or hepatitis C or what have you, man. And there it is, man. So it shows you that there's no escaping judgment, man. All right. And the reason why I brought that out is because we're coming into a time where we're going to see more events like this take place, man. Isn't that how that epidemic started before that we were in over there in China? It started small, then it outbroke, amongst a few people, and then it spread, so-called, man. Well, it just shows you how quickly and how many people the Lord can, plague or bring pestilence upon in relation to judgment. And we're getting ready to come into a time, man. The Lord is not playing. All right. Let me say, the Lord is not playing when it comes to this judgment, and it's going to be many, many ways. And guess what? For you individuals out there, especially of the nation of Israel, that want to continue in your whoredoms and your adultery, the Lord got specific judgment for that. Like when we come to these last days, man, we're at the point right now, you still doing that adultery, you're Israelite, man. The Lord liable to really literally make your rod rot and fall off, man, by some new pestilence. So let's get that real quick in Matthew 24th chapter, and we'll start at verse 3. And as he sat upon the Mount of Olives, talking about Yahweh Shai, the disciples came unto him privately, saying, "Tell us, when shall these things be, and what shall be the sign of thy coming and of the end of the world?" So the disciples are asking Yahweh Shai, what's going to be the signs, man? All right, and the Lord gave them a bunch of signs that so that they would know and understand and be able to prepare, okay, or be prepared. And Yahushua answered and said unto them, "Take heed that no man deceive you." So we shouldn't have any man that's not the spirit of the Lord deceiving us, man. All right, for many shall come in my name, saying, "I am Hamashiach," and shall deceive many. That's a spirit of a false prophet or false teacher, and we've seen that since Yahushua was on the scene till now, or really now more than ever. And you shall hear of wars and rumors of wars. Just look at Babylon the Great alone, but the whole world, all right, have been engaging in war since the beginning of war. Whenever it started, when we documented it in the Bible, when we was going through conquering those lands, man, it's been bloodshed ever since. So these are signs of the last days, especially after Malachi Hawashah came, prophesied, and made that sacrifice. It's definitely the last days, but you still hear these wars and rumors of wars. Matter of fact, it's a great rumor of a coming huge war, man, that's going to involve these major powers of the earth, and we know it to be World War III. See that ye be not troubled, for all these things must come to pass. So this is a necessary evil. All right, but the end is not yet. For nation shall rise against nation, kingdom against kingdom. And that's not only talking about like the big nations, but look at this so-called melting pot that is Babylon the Great, where all these other nations dwell. All right, it's going to be so-called race wars and race riots, man. People are going to cleave unto their own nation, man. All right, and that's going to be a way a nation is going to rise up against a nation. Hell, you got Egyptian against Egyptian, man. All right, the so-called Edomite or the Edomite versus the Edomite. We see that building up, man. There's a lot of there's a spirit of division here. You got that whole Trump stuff versus whoever, old folk versus young, and it's just gonna be a bunch of chaos. But again, for nation shall rise against nation and kingdom against kingdom. And here's the point: and there shall be famines, and not just a famine of food, famine of water. Now we do understand, we don't believe that this earth is ever gonna just literally run out of those resources, but the Lord is gonna create it in such a way that, if you're not serving Him, you're not gonna be able to access. So you will be, dealing with a famine, and it is gonna get bad. And pestilences. Let's look at the definition for pestilence. Oh man. Of course. And then I had it queued up. Oh, here it is. Oregon. Here we go. Pestilence. And this is, well, let me go down to the regular definition. Here it is. Pestilence, a fatal epidemic disease, especially bubonic plague, man. And I mean, what happened with that stuff? And that with that HIV, hey, that's likened unto that type of disease, man. We know HIV to be deadly. For the most part, from what we know about it. But again, it's still in a lot of a disease of pestilence. And that's what the Bible, the Lord, Malak Yahushua himself is prophesying to us, man. There's going to be pestilences. And guess what? 2,400 people. Like, we don't know if they got anything, but, they put it out there. It's a possibility. But again, eventually, it's not going to be a possibility. There's going to be mass judgments. These sporting events, these folly events. We've seen it where whole stages collapse. There's going to be more that you see these bridges, collapsing and things. There's going to be, especially, and that's why the Lord taught us not to follow a multitude to do evil. You see these niggas doing the spring break stuff. A lot of us are too old for that type of shit anyway. Spring break and all that, traveling and gathering abroad. We trying to really live like we're supposed to live, but you'll see it come to pass, man. And earthquakes in diverse places, and that's another thing, man. There's earthquakes happening every day, all day, pretty much on the earth. Just get the app, man. All right, it may not be huge earthquakes, but definitely tremors and earthquakes that be in places that people don't live is happening all the time. But hey, eventually, the Lord's gonna bring it to these major cities, man. All right. And it's going to be more of that. The storms and the tempests, all these things is for judgment. And it says in verse 8, all these are the beginnings of sorrows, man. So this is a sorrowful time. This is not a happy time. That's what we're prophesying to our people that think they know the Lord and know the Lord's program, which they really don't. Verse 9, then shall they deliver you up to be afflicted and shall kill you, and ye shall be hated of all nations for my name's sake. We talk about this, knowing what we're a part of. We got persecution coming, and that's a hard pill to swallow, but we got to keep our eyes focused on the victory, the prize, which is ultimately mercy. All right, and there's things that's going to come with that ultimate mercy: new bodies, glorified perfection, abundance of wealth. All right, we get our families back, we get our women back. All these things, man, is coming to us if we keep our integrity, man. All right. And then shall many be offended and shall betray one another and shall hate one another. And you see that shit happening now. Just a weird spirit that's on your family members. Some of them, it could be the juice, whatever it is. It's a spirit that the Lord has upon them. It just seems like people are just ready to snap at the blink of an eye, man. We just, one good event from everybody bugging out, man. All right. And many false prophets shall rise and shall deceive many. Been happening for a long time. Look at Christianity. That's a huge, stumbling block for our people. And because iniquity shall abound, the love of many shall wax cold. Look at our young men. All right. They have no love for each other, and it's getting worse. Look at road rage incidents. It's on a high level. You got these old people from young people getting out on the road, cussing, honking their horns, and getting out blasting each other. Man, this is crazy. Who wants to live like this, where everyone is unstable? Motherfuckers be around here pretending. You can see it if you got the spirit upon you that everyone is unstable. That's why the Lord taught us, man, wisdom, it should be the stability of thy times. What times? These last days, even these events preceding, Jacob's trouble, we got to be stable. And so far, so good. We have our days, we have our weeks, we have our months. All right. But overall, we still pushing with that sincere spirit, and it's keeping us stable, not bugging out. All right. We didn't freak out when that juice came, man. All right. We kept our integrity and faith, and Lord willing, we do the same in relation to that mark of the beast. All right. Verse 13. But he that shall endure unto the end, the same shall be saved. It's about making it to the end and enduring. All right, whatever the Lord is going to bring upon us, it's not going to be a light thing to you personally in that day, whatever your personal lot is. But you got to remember what you're a part of, who you serve, man. All right, this is just practice for the real deal, man. It's easy. That's why the Lord say, with their lips do they honor me. And then talking about their lip service, these Israelites that talk a good game, say they believe, say they got faith, but ain't got an ounce of it, ain't got the faith of a mustard seed to make it through Jacob's trouble. All right, ain't got the faith of a mustard seed to hold on to integrity a day or two or three without food. They're going to freak out. Okay, that's that lip service, man. But we got to endure to the end. In verse 14, and this gospel, what's that word gospel mean? Good news, man. What good news of the kingdom? So this good news of this kingdom for the Israelites ruled by Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shah shall be preached in all the world for a witness unto all nations, and then shall the end come. So the Lord's gonna start this which he already has started, this process of the world ending, man. But this is a huge sign right here, huge prophecy that good news has been preached. It is being preached throughout the earth right now, and we'll keep doing it until the Lord says stop. But you better believe that we have the power now via the internet the Lord given us to do this, to fulfill this prophecy. So that's why you see different camps throughout the earth, man, because it is that time. Okay, so again, it will behoove us to get our stuff together, so we won't get caught up in this judgment, because the Lord gonna bring it, man, and the Lord is going to quote unquote clear his name from all these idiots that don't respect him, man. Eventually here pretty soon, every mouth is gonna confess that Yahweh Shema Hawashah is Lord, man. All right. And all this play stuff is gonna go out the window. Not only Yahweh Shema Shai, and it's the Lord's brothers, man. Yahweh Shai's 144,000 brothers, all right, and the rest of the 1/3 to receive that great power, that great glory, man. All right, so it'll be worth it. It'll be worth it. We just don't want to get caught up in this, because we see these things happening. That's why we were commanded to watch and pray, that we're able to escape all these things, escape a quote unquote mistake like that the Lord put in the heart of man to make mistakes like that. It could be, nuclear type of mistakes that's gonna happen, man. Quote unquote bridges collapsing mistake, But it's really the will of the Lord. This whole infrastructure is falling apart in every single way. Financially, it's just old. It's just played out, man. New York, you can't. How you gonna build a kingdom on top of shit? That place is rotten. It's overrun with rats, and I say that because this is supposed to be, the Mecca of Babylon the Great. New York is a hellhole. Then come to find out, Los Angeles, it's just like number 2. It smells like piss. It ain't nothing but homeless out there. People can't afford to live out there. Where's this American dream? All right, Florida, they hurricaned out. All right, they hurricaned out, and because the Lord gonna bring judgment to them tropical places. So you got Israelites around here living in concrete jungles. So for you, especially for you Northern Kingdom Israelites living on those places that's likened into a paradise with the beaches and the palm trees and stuff. A lot of us Israelites don't live like that. All right, so it's a lot of Israelites living in concrete jungles, apartments, boy. All right, every day. So I said that to say, don't think the Lord ain't got his eye on you niggas living in these places. That's why y'all had those landslides, the mudslides, and the hurricanes. All right, and the tornadoes more, than the places that we live at. It's here in Babylon the Great, some places, man. All right, like a Florida. All right, you guys are that's a nice looking place, and the reason, hey. living in a place like that, you would think to a person that isn't sick in the head, living in a place with palm trees and sunny and beautiful people all the time, it should cause you to chill the hell out and just mind your damn business and just enjoy that. Which mean like Hawaii, they got the one, I believe, in the United States, one of the highest obesity rates in Hawaii. Why you think that is, man? All right, because they're over there chilling on the motherfucking beach. All right, which is why, a lot of them storms, who you think, especially for the Israelites over there, we living in the concrete jungle in our captivity. You niggas under waterfalls and stuff. I don't think so. How about Shema? How should I be bringing them storms, man? All right. But again, if we want to avoid these things, all we have to do is do what was commanded of us, and it was, of course, uh, keeping the commandments, man. Of course. Mm-hmm. Yeah, there it is. Straight to the point. That's what I was looking for. Salakia. John 14:15. And this is the word of the Lord. If ye love me, keep my commandments. And I will pray the Father. All right. And he shall give you another comforter, that he may abide with you forever, man. Even the spirit of truth, whom the world cannot receive, man. So everyone can receive this truth. Hey, what we have received, the fact that we, are the Israelites, man. All right. And Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua is Lord, the Israelites, etc., etc. A lot of people can't, even of our nation, they can't receive it, because it seeth him not, neither knoweth him. But ye know him, for he dwelleth with you and shall be in you. Call Allah Yahweh Shema Shah. That's a beautiful thing, man. So we got to be thankful and appreciate what the Lord has given us, because it's the Lord that possibly chose us, man, to not be like these 2/3 idiots. We could have crashed out, been gangbangers. I mean, a lot of us were involved in the world, whatever it was, man. We all were in the world, so we all took part in all those things, man. But we were fortunate enough to be able to come out of it, man, and put forth that decent effort and serve the Lord, man. All right. And it's gonna be worth it. But again, if ye love me, the whole point is keeping those commandments, keeping those law, statutes, and commandments to the best of your ability. That don't mean just do what you want to do. That means that when we say that, a weak ass Israelite, man, he'll hear that and think, oh yeah, we can't keep the law, so we can't just do what we want to do. No, we say that because we're in the flesh, and it is very, very difficult. Matter of fact, it is impossible to serve Yahweh Shem Shah perfectly in this flesh, man. Thus saith Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shah. All right, so we put forth that decent effort, and we keep the laws to the best of our ability. We do put forth an effort. We do, acknowledge the weekly Shabbat. All right, the high holy days, the holy days. Okay, and the dietary law to the best of our ability. If pork is just in front of us, we're not going to eat it, man. All right, now an example, keeping law to the best of your ability. There's a lot of food that we eat that they're putting pork in that we don't even know. Yeah, we try to look at ingredients, to the best of our ability, but sometimes it could be pork fragments and things like that, and so that means that we can't be perfect. So we put forth that decent effort to keep those commandments. That's how we show the Lord love, and not to be ashamed of him, because the Lord say, if paraphrasing, if you're ashamed of him, he gonna be ashamed of you. And guess what? He not gonna plead your case to Yahweh. All right, and you gonna be up for judgment, man. It's already, you think this is a new thing? Judgment's already said and done. Lord probably, before the foundation, then already put the word out there. The only thing that's happening is that the Lord Yahweh Shai and the angels are taking care of that business, man. Yahweh already put the word out there, who to pick, who to choose, man. All right, it describes. Yahweh Shai don't even know the hour in which he coming. All right, so this is really, and Yahweh taught us that, man. My father, I come by my father. You can have no power over me unless it was given to you by my father, man. This is about Yahweh and his son, Yahweh Shai, man. All right. You can't have one without the other. Thus saith Yahweh. Well, you know what I mean. If you can receive that, as far as we're concerned, we reverence them both to the extreme, to the max, to the best of our ability. Call Allah Yahweh, Bahashem Yahweh Shai, man. All right. Look, verse 21. He that hath my commandments and keepeth them, he it is that loveth me. That's beautiful. There it is, man. And he that loveth me shall be loved of my. That's the spirit. I was just going into that. Of my Father, and I will love him and will manifest myself to him. That's beautiful, and the Lord is doing that through the Spirit, and we see that manifestation. And guess what? It's going to manifest to even more glory. Yeah, it's a certain glory that we have now to be able to attain this wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. But guess what? It's going to manifest in the physical. We're going to get those new bodies. We're going to get that power. All right, we're going to get that dominion. All right, the Lord going to set us up in our order, and we're going to take care of business for all eternity, man. And guess what? Everyone except a few of the Edomites is going to love it. All right, so I'll leave it at that. Just stay the course and stay circumspect. Keep on watching, man, because the Lord is bringing a lot of judgment. That pestilence, man. 2,000 people possibly getting, HIV, just like that. Who knows, man? But it's an example of the speed, and intensity in which the Lord can bring judgment. And that is what we are prophesying. That is what we're waiting for. Yeah, today may seem like a normal day, another normal day where it ain't just completely went chaotic, but it's coming. You saw what happened with the whole Trump situation. Nobody cares, bro. Everyone has a spirit of them, giving them from Yahweh, Bahashem Yahweh Shai. I ain't gonna say everybody, but a lot. The Lord put a spirit on a lot of people not to even acknowledge this nonsense, man. Yeah, people talked about it, but deep down we all know something ain't right. I don't want to say, yay or nay. We deep down know something ain't right about that situation. However it go, whether he got hit or not, it doesn't matter. It's still a effed up situation, for Babylon the Great, man. So with that, I want to give all praises, honor, glory, and fear again to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai. Till next time, Shalom.